And so for number 3 part B, which says hence find the coefficient of x to the power 3 in the expansion this multiplied by that. For this question, we need to understand that if we have a term in x to the power 3 for this particular bracket, this first part, if we were to multiply it by 1, we'll still get a term in x to the power 3, right? And if we have a term in x squared for this particular item, right, if we multiply it by this minus 2x, we get a term in x to the power 3, right? So we're going to add the two coefficients from these two results, right? The one way we multiply the coefficient of x to the power 3 of this times 1, and the second one where we multiply the coefficient of x squared by this minus 2x, because we know the results will be terms in x to the power 3, right? So here's what we're going to do. We know the coefficient of the term in x to the power 3 is this. It's this from the previous question. Right? It's 20 times 27 times a to the power 3 x to the power 3. And we know that a to the power 3 is equal to 8 over 27. So 20 times 27 times 8 over 27 x to the power 3, right? That's the term for this first bracket, which is x to the power 3, right? Crossing out that, we get 160 x to the power 3. That's our term in x to the power 3 for this. And we know if we multiply this by 1, we get a term in x to the power 3, which is 160 x to the power 3. And for the second part, we want a term from this part, which is x squared. And for us to get that, we are going to say 6 choose 2, our ax to the power 2, then our 3 to the power 6 minus 2, which is 4. Add 6 choose 2, that's 15, multiplied by 2/3, we know a is 2/3 squared, times x squared, and 3 to the power 4, that's 81. Right? And if you multiply all this, we get 540 x squared. And we know if you multiply this term with this minus 2x, we get minus 1080 x to the power 3. So these are the two terms that we get from this whole thing, right? These are the two terms in x to the power 3. So we want the coefficient of x to the power 3 for the whole expression. So we're going to add the two. So that's our 160, right, plus our minus 1080, right? And that gives us minus 920, right? And that will be our answer for part B. Right?